Warm Christian greetings on behalf of the President and officers of the World Methodist Council. This Lenten season, we have been through troubling times of violence, fear, and we have also experienced the chilly winds of war. Things are changing so fast, and we seem to be hurtling towards an uncertain future. Many of us had sleepless nights and restless days, and in our loneliness and despair, we have called out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" I have personally struggled with the doctrine of divine impassibility, the concept that God does not share in our human suffering and pain, and that God is not vulnerable. Allow me to share the thoughts of three theologians who debunk this notion. Firstly, there's James Cohen, the father of black theology. Amongst his many publications, he wrote The Cross and the Lynching Tree, and he claims that the cross and the lynching tree interpret one another. Both were public spectacles, shameful events. The cross can either heal or hurt. It can empower or enslave. It can liberate or oppress. I'm sure that many women abused during the slave trade saw their perpetrators wearing crosses and carrying Bibles, but they did not reject the Christian faith. Instead, they found healing and liberation in the crucified and risen Lord Jesus Christ. Secondly, the German theologian Jürgen Moltmann, who wrote The Crucified God and the Theology of Hope, claims that to live without hope is to cease to live. The resurrection is not a consoling opiate, soothing us into the promise of a better world in the life hereafter. Rather, it should catapult us into action to heal and to transform the world. Many who faced the gas chambers under Nazi Germany cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" And also, these cries were heard when hell visited the earth with the dropping of the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And today we continue to hear these cries on the streets of Ukraine. Thirdly, Katsuo Kizumuri, the Japanese theologian who wrote The Theology of the Pain of God, claims that God suffers and God feels our pain as God embraces a bruised and battered humanity. I don't know what challenges you face this Easter, but be assured, God sees your tears. God knows your pain. God never ever leaves anyone orphaned. Through the resurrection, we all receive hope and healing. Christ is risen. Christ is risen indeed. Have a blessed Easter.